Okay, YouTube, so I got some of my pellets and I put some rem oil on them the other day. And it's making the octane diesel a little bit, so I decided I'm going to wash them and re-lube them. So, little soap and water, swirl it around a little. Nothing big fancy. Then I'm going to dry them off and use this. This is something you can get on eBay. It's treadmill lubricant. Well, what it is it's just, it's exactly the same as what they're telling you to use for your pellet rifles. And so it's just a lot cheaper. So I'm trying to see. There you go. You can read what it is right there. And if you read what is, it's non-petroleum based lubricant. So you get 8 ounces of this, 2 4-ounce bottles for about $10 if you buy treadmill lubricant. Treadmill lubricant, see, treadmill lubricant. It's on eBay. And I'm starting to think that the guys that sell the lubricant for the air chambers and air guns, they just buy this and then rebottle it, because this is a lot cheaper. It's about 1/3 the price. So anyway, a little piece of info. Anyway, I'll be back. Okay, so it's kind of like doing, shampooing your hair, wash, rinse, and repeat. So I've washed, I've rinsed, and this is a microfiber cloth. And I use microfiber because it's so much more, it sucks up so much more water. It's so much more absorbent than paper towels or regular cloth. So just dry them off, make sure they're good and dry, and it doesn't take much. I mean, the skirts will suck up have a little bit of water in them. So I just kind of bounce them around on the cloth a little, make sure all the water gets out of them and off of them. You don't have to be too ridiculously diligent, because water and oil, they don't mix anyway. So when you put your oil on them, it's going to displace all the water, and the water's just going to evaporate anyway. So that's what I'm doing right there. Then I'm going to put them back into my pellet container over here, and I have a reason for this. Okay, I'm not just dumping them back in here, but I'm going to put the oil in the container a little bit, because I want them to stay lubed. And by putting them into my little container and then putting the oil, a couple of drops of oil in there, every time I move the container, the pellets will get re-lubed, get a little lubrication on them. And since it's non-petroleum based lubricant, it doesn't matter. You can put a gob of it on. I don't recommend you put a gob of it on, because all you're going to end up having to do is clean your rifle a little bit more often. A little bit goes a long ways. But I mean, see, like this here, I'll show you the differences. If you look at these two pellets, I don't know if you can really tell the difference, but one of them is kind of shiny, one of them is not. The one on the top of the screen is not very shiny. And that's because it doesn't have any lubricant at all on it anymore. And so without having any lubricant on it at all, I don't know. I'm not going to say they're not as accurate. So here's the lube. You can see I'm just going to put a couple. No, it probably has. I haven't opened this container up, so let's see if it's got a thing. It does. Let's see if I can get this off. Always a chore when you're doing stuff with one hand. There it is, and just put a couple of drops on this. I put 3 drops in it. And I'm just going to let them be. And these are all done already. And so are these. These are all different pellets. And there's a lot more of them here, so I'm going to put a little bit more on them. But like I said, don't use ridiculous amounts. But, you can see, if you look close, you can see it down on the bottom of the container, which is what I want. I want enough oil so that they stay lubed. And that's it. So, like I said, treadmill, high viscosity, non-petroleum base lubricant. You can see what this says here. High viscosity treadmill lubricant. And you can see what it is. And this came right off of eBay. So I don't know why, everybody should, go ahead and get some of this and use it on your air rifles. It works really good. And like I said, I've got right now we're shooting at around 11,000 shots on this octane. And here's my, this is my pellet holder. You can see, oh, that's okay. And all it is a piece of foam insulation wrapped in some camo tape, and there's my pellets. And so there's a video about how to do this, but basically the pellets just sit in a hole. There's one of the pellets, and you see the hole in it. And all you do is you just load it. So it makes it so that you don't have to pack pellets around. It's just really simple. And anyway, there's a video about how to do that too. Anyway, enjoy.